to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? And it's me, Keen, and we're back. We're in the building with another episode of 7200 Second Podcast. As always, I got my guy, Coach Donte, is here in the building. Coach, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Just chilling, man. Just can't wait to have the show.
We are episode number 83. We getting closer, y'all. Told you that 100th episode is going to be crazy. You know, we're going to have some people come on up and hang out with us, chit-chat, talk about what's going on, talk about what y'all like about the show. If y'all got any favorite moments, memories, any crazy rants, I'm sure Coach got some memorable rants on 72 so far. And as always, we're going to give away the jersey and the 7200 second t-shirt. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty of things. What's on the docket today? A little bit NBA, some football, a lot of college basketball, both on the men's and women's side. A little bit of the baseball going on. And we're going to wait for our guest, Bobby from Beantown Breakdown. If he shows up, gave him the link. If he pops up, biggest Boston sports fan there is, the Brewers, the Bruins, the Pats, the Celtics, and the Red Sox, who aren't playing that bad so far, 7-4, I think, last time I checked. But getting down to the NFL, Josh Allen gets a new deal. We're not talking about Josh Allen from Buffalo Bills. Talking about Josh Allen from the Jacksonville Jaguars. We all know Burn and Donte, the East Coast Gridiron, is happy that Trent Baalke finally did something over there in Jacksonville. Big move, $150 million. Was this the best move that the Jags did so far, Donte?
Yep, I mean, it's the best move that the Jags did so far. I mean, they needed to keep their premier pass rusher and Josh Allen. He means a lot to that defense. He racks up a lot of sacks and things like that. So, again, that's a big move for the Jacksonville Jaguars, getting him locked up. They're gonna have to worry about the quarterback situation as well, and Trevor Lawrence, trying to get him a contract extension. I know he's gonna be up for one. So again, that's a huge deal for Jacksonville, getting Josh Allen back. I thought that was the number one priority they should do, was to re-sign Josh Allen back. So they got that done. So our guy E don't have to be stressed out and be upset, but that's a big move. They need to sign him back.
Definitely. Exactly, I can tell you exactly what the deal was. I know it was 150. Was it 4 years? 4 years? 150. 150. 5 years, 150. 88 guaranteed. 88 guaranteed 5-year deal. That's a good deal for the Jags, definitely, because Josh Allen was the guy for their defense. Jacksonville didn't have a bad defense. It was offensively that gave them little issues, and T-Law was one of them. Do you think we see Mac Jones this season if T-Law goes left?
It's a possibility, but I'm gonna say we don't see him. But it's very much a possibility.
And shout out to the chat. We got James Money in here watching. Sergeant, as always, Cool Kev, what's going on? Daniel, what is up? Appreciate y'all for being in here on this lovely Wednesday evening. Also, the Eagles playing them Green Bay Packers, and Jordan Love and the crew first week in Brazil. We got the Green Bay Packers. How do you think that game's gonna go?
I think it's gonna be a solid game, man. I think it's really. I think that game is gonna be a really good game. I think the Green Bay Packers definitely compete. They definitely play hard, and again, Jordan Love, if he can continue his trend and build off from last year, that could be an interesting game. So I think it's gonna be a close game, a real close game. Packers defense is also pretty good. They got one of the best corners in the NFL, and Jair Alexander. Yep, they're gonna be pretty tough.
And then we got to see Josh Jacobs. They got a good receiving core. I love out of the receiving core, Green Bay's receiving core. I actually like Wicks. Wicks. You got I'm drawing a dang on blank. Watson, Romeo Dobbs. Who was the other one?
You got Jordan. You got Reed. You got Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed. There we go.
Jaden Reed.
So I like their receiving core along with the tight end that they picked up too in the draft last year. So Green Bay got a good offensive squad there. So I mean, can't look over them lightly. You saw what they did to Dallas. So I mean, I can't knock Green Bay. Let's see what Jordan Love can do, and like you stated, get his momentum off of the playoffs and see how they start. Good luck in Brazil. I ain't going to Brazil. For one, I ain't got Brazil money, and we're not traveling over there. Looks like Logan Ryan retires. Y'all hear tippy taps? That's the dog. Logan Ryan retires from NFL and two-time Super Bowl champ. He retires. I forget who he played with.
He played with New England. He played with New
England, New York, the Giants. Yeah. No, it was Tennessee, the Giants, Tampa, and San Fran. So Logan Ryan retires. Also, T Sizzle gets into trouble. Terrell Suggs facing 2 charges of assault in Arizona. T Sizzle, what are you up there doing? What are you doing? Oh my God, he stuck a gun out the window. Aaron Rodgers said he thought it was it after his career. Dallas police issued an arrest warrant for Rashid Rice. Oh boy, that don't look good either. But that's your highlights for. I mean, that's your headlines for the NFL. Nothing too crazy. I know they're going to be having specific helmets increase in NFL to try to get the concussions down. We'll see how that works. NFL implemented a new rule. If y'all watched the XFL last year, that's that kickoff rule that they're doing. How do you think that's going to work? Did you catch any XFL games last year? I know the XFL started this year again, but did you see that kickoff?
Yeah, I see the kickoff rule. Yeah, I seen that kickoff. Yeah, I seen that kickoff.
How you think it's going to be in NFL?
I gotta turn my attention and wait and see. I don't want to say if I like it or don't like it. I gotta wait and see. But it should be opening up for a lot of kickoff returns, though.
He said Rice about to be cooked barbecue chicken style by Dallas. The Rashid Rice situation is just all bad because things could have went left and his career could be over just like that. Again, y'all don't learn from Henry Ruggs, even though I know it's not the same thing, but still, he's not y'all example of what not to do. How your career could be over in an instance, making millions, living your dream, and now you in the jail cell with no money, getting whatever's on your books. But, Coach, you got your list? Let's get it going. Who is top 5 on the coaches list for this week?
So we got number 5. We got LeBron James at number 5. The game against Golden State last night, even though they did lose, he still had a solid game, a great game. 33, 11, and 7. Number 4, we're going to go with Trey Murphy from New Orleans against Portland. Trey Murphy, 31, 3, and 8 for Trey Murphy on 6 threes. Number 3, even though he lost, we're going to go with Zach Edey. Zach Edey still had 37 points, 10 rebounds in a national championship loss versus UConn. UConn was the best team all year, and they finished the job. Number 2, the last home game of the season for the Rockets, it will be Fred VanVleet, 37 points last night against the Orlando Magic, who still has something to play for last night. Who's currently tied for, I believe, that 4th seed with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Fred VanVleet put up 37, 6, and 8. And number 1, we got Luka Doncic with a 39-point triple-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds. And Luka Doncic won the number 1 spot on the coaches list this weekend.
Coach went all basketball today. We're gonna talk about Zach Edey in a minute. Switching gears, we're gonna stay in the NFL. Well, we all know the draft is coming. NFL draft is coming up in the next couple weeks. We'll probably do a mock draft, a live one next week. We'll probably do that next week, and y'all can have some fun with us here. See who each team should pick. Of course, we're not gonna do no trade situation. Just gonna do straight up, just the first round only, and to see what's going on. We usually do our live drafts usually every year. So far, we've been in existence. We've done a live draft on air with y'all. So should JJ McCarthy be drafted in the top 5?
No, he's not a top 5 pick, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's drafted in the top 5. But nah, he's not going to be drafted. I would say he's going to be drafted top 10. At least he's going to be drafted top 10. He's going to be drafted top 10.
Do you think Minnesota really is going to go up to try to get him? Now, there's also rumors that Mark Davis did give the green light to Tom Telesco and Antonio Pierce to move up to get their QB. Now, what if the Raiders come into play because they want Jaden Daniels? Is that possible? You can see the Raiders possibly moving up with somebody, whether it's the Patriots or whoever number 4, or Arizona with number 4 to try to move up, or maybe Washington. Do you see that possible?
No, I don't think the Commanders or Patriots move back down. We do got some breaking news that Drew Holiday agreed to a 4-year deal, $135 with the Boston Celtics.
Woo, Lord. Okay. Boston locked up their defender.
Yep. So that is breaking news right there.
When we get to NBA, we're going to talk more into that. But you said you don't think the Raiders should move up or can move up.
No, I think the Raiders will have no problem moving up. I just don't think the Patriots or the Commanders will move that far down. Because they both can get quarterbacks. They both need quarterbacks too. So I wouldn't move. If I was down, I'm not moving down. I'm not moving down at all.
So I don't know who Raiders would have to give up, or
they're gonna have to take whatever. They're gonna have to take whatever quarterback falls down to them, basically.
Because Washington could pick up Daniels, so he'll slide there at number 2. Then whoever number 3 is, the Patriots are gonna grab. It's rumored maybe the Patriots can grab McCarthy, keep him with Harbaugh. Who not Harbaugh, but keep him, go up to get him. But who knows what the Pats are going to do? We don't know. But the top 2 quarterbacks that are going to go off the board is Caleb and JT Daniels, in my opinion, and Jalen Daniels, in my opinion, will be the first 2 quarterbacks off the board. The Giants, could they possibly move up to get Bo Nix? There's rumors they could move up.
Where they at right now?
I think they 6.
I don't think they're gonna move up because again, if you're gonna move up, then you still got New England and Washington that need quarterbacks right there. They need quarterbacks, and I don't think they're gonna consider moving down. Moving down 4 to 5 slots. Where they can just take their quarterback right there, a quarterback that they want. A quarterback is going to slot to them at 6. A quarterback is basically going to have Michael Penix style at number 6. You still the top 3 quarter so you got Bears number 1 who's taking Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I believe you had the Patriots. I believe
no, it's Washington.
They may take Jaden Daniels. You got the Cardinals at number 3.
No, they 4.
They 4, and who you got at number 3? New England.
Yep.
They may take Drake May, so that's 3 quarterbacks within the first 3 picks that may be gone. So a quarterback is going to fall, and the Cardinals are going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. They're going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. at 4, and I'll say you still got Michael. You still got Michael Penix left. You still got Michael Penix left coming off.
They right there at 6. I don't think they need to move anywhere. No. If they want Bo Nix at 6, they can get Bo Nix at 6 because he's not going off the board. But is Bo Nix worth a first round pick for? I mean, is he worth getting in the first round, or do he go in the second?
I think more likely he goes in the second. I would say he goes in the second round. Or if not, he goes in that mid first round. I think he goes in the mid first round, but I really think he's gonna go in the second round. Bonus is gonna go in the second round. What up, Slay?
Slay is in the building. Burn is here. What is going on?
Burn.
Burn, we were just talking about you. The Jags did something right. Trent Baalke did something right.
They did something right. You can't be better than that.
But again, next week, y'all, we're gonna do our live draft, mock draft here. So make sure y'all come on back and tune in for that. Again, every year we do it. We do it live for you guys. So we will be doing the live draft. And Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs gets traded to your Houston Texans. That's about damn time. Josh Allen ain't really got no number ones to throw to. I mean, he got Curtis Samuel, he got Mac Hollins, he got Lil Shakur. But his 1 and 2s are gone. No Gabe Davis, and no Stephon Diggs. Will the Buffalo Bills take a step back? That Diggs is going.
Yeah, I think this year they will take a step back. They got to draft 2 difference makers in the draft. They're going to definitely draft a couple of wide receivers. Khalil Shakur had a good season last year. They got, that top 2 tight end set that they got in Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. So that's 2 weapons for them. James Cook is a pretty good running back when he's given the ball to. But yeah, they definitely is going to be drafting weapons in the draft. They definitely going to be drafting. But I expected them to take a little bit more step back. It all depends on what Josh Allen is going to be. Can Josh Allen elevate his game without Stephon Diggs? Can he? Because we already know a lot of talk that Josh Allen really hasn't blown up. Only reason he blown up was because of Stephon Diggs was there. He got better when Stephon Diggs got there. But I believe Josh Allen is a good enough quarterback to get things. Is still a very good quarterback. It's just he's got to show it this year. If he doesn't show it this year and have a down year, then you're gonna have a lot of people saying that's right, that Stephon Diggs was a part of Josh Allen. Big part about Josh Allen was this elite quarterback. But yeah, they're gonna definitely draft 2 wide receivers in the draft. I'm expecting Buffalo at least take 2 wide receivers in the draft.
Buffalo is number 28 in the first round. I don't know what they are in the second round, but I expect them to get, like you stated, a wide receiver. You already know the Jags fans celebrating, but Trent Baalke always makes a bad out of a good. All right, Donte. So we got a bunch of prospects coming in, and different skill sets for all of them. Who do you think is the most accurate passer out of the quarterbacks?
The most accurate passer out of all the quarterbacks, I would say Michael Penix, the most accurate passer out of all the quarterbacks. I think Michael Penix.
Who got the strongest
arm? I would say Bo Nix has the strongest arm.
Quickest release?
Quickest release? Quickest release? I'm gonna go with Caleb. I think he's got a good release, very good release. I don't think he has a strong arm, but I would say he got a good release.
Best pocket mobility?
Definitely Caleb.
Best field vision?
Jaden Daniels. And Bo, if you want to put Bo Nix in there, you could. But yeah, I'm going to say Jaden Daniels.
Best deep ball passer?
Bo Nix.
Best decision maker?
Jaden Daniels.
Out of all the quarterbacks, who got the better mechanics?
I would say Bo Nix. I would say matter of fact, I'm gonna say Michael Penix. I think Michael Penix will stay good.
Alrighty, and last one. Who's better rushing? Who's better scrambling out the pocket?
Definitely Caleb. Not a question.
All right, and Sergeant agrees with you with all the QBs there. All right, so Aaron Rodgers, we all know he's coming back. He did even admit, he said he thought his career was over once he got the Achilles injury. The Jets, they always are QB purgatory all the time. It just seems like the QBs never work when they get drafted. Mark Sanchez, I guess, was the only one decent because he was the last one that took him to AFC Championship game. You saw what Sam Darnold did. Nothing. You've seen what Zach Wilson done. Absolutely nothing. They tried to trade for Zach Wilson. Nobody bid for him. Of course, nobody's going to want to trade. Who's going to be calling the GM talking about what do you want for Zach Wilson? Ain't nobody calling for him. Ain't nobody calling for him. So he's best to stay where he at and be Aaron Rodgers' backup. But if the Jets does not win the AFC East, will Rodgers be the one to blame?
Will Rodgers be the one to blame? He's going to be part of the blame, but I don't think he's going to be the one to blame because I don't think they're winning in the AFC East. I just don't think they're winning. I think they will make probably in a position to make a wild card or be in a position to be in second place. I think the Dolphins this year will win the AFC East this year. They got the best all-around team. They got the best team in that division. I expect the Bills to take a little step back, and I expect the Jets with that defense, adding Hassan Reddick on that defense, I think it's going to help them out a lot. And I think, the Jets are going to win at least by 8 or 9 games to come in second place. And I think the Buffalo Bills, they will win up around like 7 games, but we'll talk about that, 7 or 8 games, but we'll talk about that when we do our record prediction. But no, I think they will be in second place, and I think Miami will definitely be in they're definitely the best team in the division.
Slay said, "You glad we got rid of the free rush merchant?" Hassan Reddick, he looked in his press conference. He looked so sad. I mean, wouldn't you be sad? Got to play at MetLife with the Jets?
Man, y'all wrong for that.
Dallas Cowboys. They already said they're not going all in on Dak. Is it possible they could draft the QB?
Is it possible? I think it's possible. I think they'll do it in the later rounds, though.
They're not sold. They're not sold on Trey Young. Not Trey Young. Trey Lance.
I don't think they are. And to be honest, I don't think the man has a fair opportunity. I really didn't think he got a fair opportunity.
Poor Trey.
But I don't. Yeah, I just think they would do it in the later rounds.
I feel bad for him. He got hurt, didn't get a chance. They shipped him away, and now Dallas ain't gonna give him a chance. Jerry grandson coming out. Yep. That's his son, right? Not his grandson. This is his grandson.
Who?
Jerry Rice.
Who? Trey Rice?
Jerry Rice.
I don't know.
His son, right? Braden played for USC, wide receiver.
Oh, Brendan Rice. Yeah, that's his son. That's his son. Brendan Rice. Yeah.
I'm about to say grandson. No, that's his son.
That's his son, Brendan Rice.
Justin Jefferson. Does he get a deal done?
If I was Justin Jefferson, I wouldn't sign that deal. If I was Justin Jefferson, I don't think Minnesota's going to be very good this year. I really don't think so. But if it's up to him, hey, if he wants his money, get your money. Get your money.
Oh, Jerry grandson. My bad. You talking about Jerry Jones? Okay.
About Stephen Jones, ain't it?
Yeah. Stephen Jones. That's the son and father combination. Of course they don't do nothing. Oh, he's the.
Yeah, but I think Justin Jefferson, if it's the right amount, I think he will get his contract extension. But for as me, I don't think he should sign. I think he should be looking forward to get the hell up out of Minnesota.
That would be crazy. He wanted Kirk Cousins. I get it. I mean, if Justin Jefferson goes, it's a wrap for Minnesota because Osborne is gone. He left. It'll only be T.J. Hockenson. But Vikings, y'all need to do right by that man. the best wide receiver since y'all had since Randy Moss. Y'all better pay that man or compliment him with a QB to throw it to.
Yep. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. What you call it? I wouldn't want to stay.
He said Slay said 10 years of $1 billion. Damn.
Just like I'll be up out of the door. I'll be 1 foot up out of the door.
That ain't you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that contract, Slay. But no, he is one of the best wide receivers in the game, so you gotta pay him top dollar. Switching gears to the NBA. You did get that breaking news. Drew Holiday with the Celtics gets the bag. What was it? 4 years, 135? 4 years, 135. You see Boston wrapping up their guy there. What you think about that deal?
I think it's a great deal for Boston because you got a defensive stud superstar on the defensive side. You also got a guy that can shoot the basketball really good. And again, he's a leader on the court, and he also got championship experience, and you need that to add to the Boston Celtics. So again, Drew Holiday is one of the most respected players in the NBA. So again, Drew Holiday has definitely had a great season this year for Boston, and it's going to be tough to beat them, man. It's going to be tough to beat them.
So Tatum's next to get a deal now? Are they still going to be able to pay Tatum?
I bet you they find a way to do it. I bet you they find a way. They gonna find a way.
Because you already gave Jaylen Brown a bag. Now you giving Drew Holiday a bag. Is there going to be money left for Jason Tatum? That's going to be another topic they're going to talk about. Oh, well, Drew Holiday just got some money. What about Jason Tatum? Let's be honest. What kills Boston comes playoff time.
Like when they come, they can make it to the Eastern Conference in the finals. They can do all that. The problem is just winning it. That's the problem. They got to win it. They got to get there and win it. They can make it. They can make it to the finals in Eastern Conference final, but for their caliber, that won't be good enough. But they can definitely make it.
Oh, the wide receiver at Texas. You talking about Xavier Worthy?
Yeah, you talking about Xavier Worthy, or it's two of them coming out. Xavier Worthy or AD Mitchell.
That would just be crazy. You lock up. Celtics need a better coach. I don't think Cole's not too fond of Joe Mazzulla.
I'm not either. But I believe that the talent level is just carrying Joe Mazzulla. I believe it's just the talent level. The talent level is just carrying Joe Mazzulla.
Slay said Xavier Worthy to Buffalo. Turnovers is Boston's issue. All I know is I just don't want to see them in the first round. So if we're so it's a tight race for the 6th seed right now between the Sixers, Miami, and the Pacers. So the Pacers will have to win their last games for them to stay 6, and we got to keep winning. If they slip up and we keep winning, we can get that 6th seed. But if we fall down to number 7, which we'll be in the play-in, we'll be that 7th seed. We'll play Milwaukee right now, which Milwaukee, Giannis did dodge a bullet. It wasn't an Achilles. It is a calf injury, so we won't see Giannis for the rest of the season. Hopefully the playoffs, he'll be back. But I like the Sixers matchup with Milwaukee better than Boston.
We gonna hold it right there. Y'all don't play no Milwaukee right now. Y'all play Miami because the play-in tournament.
I know. Oh shit!
That's if y'all make the actual. Now, if y'all make the actual playoff, y'all will play them. Yeah.
I forgot.
They keep see how this play-in tournament mess you up like that. See
it do.
Look at Keith.
I mean, we played ball. No, that was a regular season. I don't think Jimmy played. Jimmy didn't play, but when Jimmy, man. We finally got everybody healthy. I mean, I'm still taking the Sixers chances. Miami and the Philly will be your 7 and 8 seed.
Yeah, I did that to start some crap.
As always. Slay said, I've seen hold up, that wasn't Slay. He said, I've seen Xavier's story a couple hours ago. He's in Buffalo right now. If he gets drafted there, he's going to have crazy culture switch. I don't have to see him until the finals if we both make it. Cool as your reigning, defending NBA champions with the Nuggets. Go Lakers! All right, Slay, get out of here. I haven't been messing with you all season with your Lakers. You know how it be with the Sixers. I was confused for a second, yeah. And then Boston is a Dallas. Oh yeah, we the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA.
Yeah, the Sixers are the Dallas Cowboys in the other NBA.
Yep.
They literally the same type of team. Make the second round and get beat in the second round.
Make it to the playoffs, but don't go to the end.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere outside of the second round. That's literally the same.
But Giannis did dodge a scare there, just a calf injury. But still, calf injuries can be crazy too. So we probably won't see him into the playoffs. But are you worried about the Bucks if Giannis can't go?
Yeah, you got to be worried about him if he can't go. I mean, because that puts a lot of pressure on Damian Lillard. That puts a lot of pressure on him to lead the team. And Damian Lillard, I mean, again, he's a guy that has that's elite primary offense. But again, teams are gonna go at him on the defensive side of the ball, and that forces more players to step up, like a Bobby Portis and everything. So. Or a Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Lopez definitely going to step up. Middleton's definitely going to have to step up. So yes, it's definitely going to be a worry if Giannis not going to be able to go. But if he does going to be able to go in the playoffs, they're still going to be a difficult team. They're still going to, even though you'll rather want to play them than see Boston. But in a 7-game series, the only team that you can see really can match up, that can kick them out probably early is if they match up against Miami. The Sixers have a good potential to do that. Sixers have good potential to do that, but they still will be a dangerous team in a 7-game series.
The Clippers are 7-2 since Westbrook's come back from hand surgery. How far do you see the Clippers going in the playoffs?
How far I see Kawhi Leonard healthy, Western Conference Finals against the Denver Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard not healthy, depending on the matchup, second round.
Westbrook is different when he plays, depending on if he's a starter or if he comes off the bench. If he comes off the bench, the tempo's different. I mean, if he's in the lineup with those guys, of course, yeah, everybody clowns Westbrook for making, him shooting all the time. But Westbrook is a difference maker. He can pass. He can shoot. Well, he can shoot when he wants to. He can be dominant. He can go into the paint. He does make the team better a little bit. So Westbrook is definitely an asset. Cleveland's overrated. Donovan Mitchell is not happy in Cleveland.
He leaving.
I think he's definitely. Daryl Morey, make the phone call.
Daryl Morey, you better not make that call. Don't do that.
They talking. We can give him some money. Maxey Embiid and Donovan Mitchell, sign me up. And Oubre, take my money. I will go to. I will be at Wells Fargo. Daryl Morey, make the phone call. Just say
he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna make it.
Do not go after Paul George. I swear for beans. If you get Paul George, I'm going right over the bridge to Camden. Going right in his office.
He ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make the call.
Clippers are going to the couch in the first round.
I think it depends on matchup. That can happen. It can depend on matchup who they get. If you telling me a healthy Kawhi Leonard, a healthy Kawhi Leonard, I think they can get to the Western Conference Finals. Healthy Kawhi Leonard, no injuries. Kawhi Leonard.
What's going on, Mo?
Mo
Mitchell is not healthy. He's done with the Cavs.
Yeah, he's done with the Cavs. I think he actually wanted to go to the Knicks. Really. I thought
that's where the Knicks was going to pull the trigger on.
Yeah, I thought he wanted to go to the Knicks.
Leonard claims load management before the playoff starts. Healthy Kawhi sounds weird together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I put it in the statement that I actually, put it. I do that all the time. Like healthy Kawhi Leonard, we all know in the playoffs, healthy Kawhi Leonard, we all know that dude can. That dude is tough to stop. That dude is unguardable. But non-healthy Kawhi Leonard, they can either lose the first round or just get as far as the second round. That's just how the Cubs is. But they're a weird team that you can't figure out because they never on the court. They just really never on the court.
He's not going to the Lakers, Paul. Paul Pierce.
Hey Mo, your Jackson Hayes ain't he been all right? He still ain't running that cardio.
No, that other night he was scoring points. He wasn't doing cardio.
I seen him. I seen that. That's why I seen him.
Paul Pierce says that Pablo Banchero deserves more credit for making an all-star team in a sophomore year and leading the Magic to the playoffs. What do you think?
Hell yeah, he does. That man a dog. That man a stud. Pablo Banchero. I mean, give credit to the ownership too. How well they drafted. I mean, they got Franz Wagner. He's panned out. You know, Markelle Fultz has rejuvenated his career in Orlando. And guess who he was with? Philadelphia. Yep. Anybody that goes to Philadelphia and that leaves Philadelphia, they get some. They be somewhere productive.
Never fails. It's not just in basketball. It's everywhere in Philadelphia.
It's everywhere in Philadelphia. They got it everywhere. Jalen Suggs, he was on the map of getting talked about getting up out of Orlando. He's been playing well. He's shooting at a 37% clip from three. Gary Harris is a good veteran. Joe Ingles is a good veteran on that team. So they got Jonathan Isaac finally stays healthy for a full season. He's been a plus on the defensive side of the ball. And Emmanuel Mosley, the head coach, has been really good for this team. This team is really good on defense, man.
No, Mo, no.
This team is really good on defense. So, yeah, Pablo Banchero, he's a superstar. He's a stud. Yeah, he deserves more credit.
No, Mo, no. Don't book that. Oh, my. You're going to see my hoodie, and I'm going to pull it if we get PG. Mr. No-Show possibly could return this Friday. You know, Cat was out with an injury. I mean, it won't make a difference if he's there or not. I don't see Minnesota moving, going far. But right now, Minnesota is currently they going flippy floppy with with Denver. They're number 1 seed right now. Minnesota and Denver are tied at 55-24. You got OKC at 54-25. Then you got the Clippers at 51-28. Dallas is 49-30. So 1 through 5 have already clinched a spot in the playoffs. New Orleans is hanging on to that 6th seed. Then you got Phoenix, Sacramento, Lakers, Golden State in the play-in tournament. And in the East, Boston, Milwaukee, New York, and Orlando is tight. Oh no, the 4th, 5th, and 6th is actually pretty tight right now. Orlando still has 4, Cleveland 5, Indy is 6, 6 or 7, Miami 8, and 9 and 10 goes to Chicago and Atlanta. But it's a tight race between Indy, Miami, and Philly. 46-34 for Indy. Philly is 45-35, and Miami is 44-35. Indiana has the Pacers and the Hawks. I mean, they have the Cavs and the Hawks left. That's their last 2 games.
Indiana had who?
The Pacers have the Cavs and the Hawks remaining.
They will be. I believe they beat both of them. They beat them both.
And so Miami has they play the Raptors twice. Well,
they're making it. They're making it.
And the Sixers.
Y'all got the toughest, I bet.
The Magic and the Nets.
Y'all can beat the Knicks. Y'all might have a tough time with the Magic, but I say y'all beat them. So both of y'all may go win out. Magic can be pretty tough because they have something to play for. I think they tied with Cleveland though. So
it should be a good game overall because we got something to play for too. Not to be in the play-in.
Yep.
But it all depends on Indy. If they lose one, it's going to be interesting, especially if we win out. Mr. No-Show going choking it for the playoffs.
He always do.
Cool says boo because Denver's not in first.
Don't let the 25-12 fool y'all in the regular season by Mr. No-Show. Don't let that fool y'all.
Suns ain't doing nothing. What's going on, Troy? He said the Raptors are on vacation.
They on vacation. The Hawks should have been on vacation. They should be on vacation. Yes, the Brooklyn Nets stink so goddamn bad.
All right, so a couple things we want to talk about Golden State here. Golden State did beat the Lakers last night. Draymond Green situation. Now, Klay Thompson said, when he's out there, of course, we're going to play together. But if he's not, then we got to, move on and do what we do on the court. Do you think it might be the end for Draymond Green and Golden State?
I mean, it should be the end of Draymond Green, but I think they're loyal. I think they're loyal. I think they're gonna stick with Draymond Green, man. I really, that's something really give me a gut feeling that he's gonna stick with them. And they're gonna try to do whatever it takes to keep that cool. I believe one of them goes though. I believe one of them goes. It may be. Don't be surprised if Klay Thompson ends up going as well. Be surprised if he ends up going, but I mean, it's about time to break the core up. They've been together long enough, though. I wouldn't be surprised.
You think Golden State is gonna keep Dre with all his antics?
The more, like I say again, we always said, like, when he was up for free agent or up for his bag, we said let him go, and they still re-signed the guy. So again, I believe if I was the GM, I move on. I really move on from everybody. I really move on and let them go somewhere else and be a part of a playoff contending team, be a part of probably a championship winning team. And I rebuilt from the start. I rebuilt again. You can't stay a championship contender or a playoff contender forever. I will rebuild, but it's hard to believe, they're gonna let him go. But I also can see the process. You got Trace Jackson Davis, who's playing some hell of a basketball over there in Golden State. You got Brandon Pozinski, who's a sleeper, who's drafted in the second round last year. So again, you got some pieces. Jonathan Kuminga, you got some pieces that you can build upon for Golden State.
More ready for LeBron to move on. Bron is still putting up numbers, but they are still stuck in the play-in. Should the West be worried about Golden State? Do they got a run in them?
Who should the West be worried about Golden State?
Do they got a run in them?
I don't think they have a championship run in them. I don't think they got a championship run in them. I believe they can win a playoff series based on the matchup they draw. If they can draw the right match, if they draw a right matchup, I believe they can win a playoff series. But I don't think they get to the finals.
Definitely will be interesting to see. Is it? Let me see. Flip my notes here. Do. All right, so could we see the Suns in the play-in? Do the Suns make the playoffs?
I think the Suns make the actual playoffs.
So who's going to be the 7th and 8th seed? Who's coming out the West?
So
the last few spots.
The last few spots. I think the Suns end up making the playoffs. I think they end up making the playoffs. So you're going to have – I think the Lakers will end up passing Sacramento. That will bump Sacramento down to 9th. And Golden State will stay at – I think Golden State will finish off in 10th. So I think it would just be one change. But I do think the Suns stay in – I do think the Suns stay in 7th. They still can get 6, man. They still can get 6. They right there with New Orleans. New Orleans just beat them the other night. So New Orleans just beat them the other night. That was a huge win for New Orleans right there. But I think it's a possibility they can get catch New Orleans with the final games coming up. But I'll say they stay right there. They stay right there at 7. They stay right there. I think everything is fine. I like how it is. I didn't see New Orleans at 6. I thought they was in 6. I think
Kevin Durant should come to Miami. So you said the Suns are going to be in the playoffs, and who else?
No, I didn't see. I thought they was in 6.
Oh no, I'm asking who's going to be the 7th and 8th seed in the West.
Oh, okay. Who's going to be okay? So after everything go down, I believe so. 7 and 8. I'm going to say the Lakers. The Lakers get in. I'm going to say the Lakers and Suns get in. I'm going to say the Lakers.
Golden State and Sacramento are going to be out.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But I also think it's a chance Golden State can beat the Suns.
The Lakers are the best in the play-in game. The play-in
Yeah.
team, Suns should make the playoffs, but it's not going to be a lot.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a lot, yo. I agree.
The play-in for the West is going to be interesting. The East, not so much. Definitely going to be interested in the West moving into these last 7 games for the month of April. But definitely it's going to be crazy.
Yep.
San Antonio is going to be looking for a guard. What? The A's actually did something. He said the catcher hit 3 home runs yesterday. The Suns are looking for a guard. What guard is best to complement Wemby? Is it Javonte Murray? Do you send him? Do he free agent? Do he go back to San Antonio? Could it be Trae Young or Donovan Mitchell? Out of those 3, who would be a better complementary with Wemby in San Antonio?
I think Trae Young, because he's more of that playmaker. He's more of that playmaker. I can see Donovan Mitchell in New York next year.
Daryl Morey, call him.
Daryl Morey, don't you do that.
Daryl Morey, call him. But anyway, I'm not looking for Daryl Morey to make no type of moves like that. It would be too much. I just want somebody competent in the front office. It is rumors that Trae Young possibly could go over there with Golden State. I mean, it wouldn't be bad. Atlanta fans want Trae Young going anyway. Him with Wemby, I mean, wouldn't be a bad duo. Would Murray go back? I don't know. But Trae and Wemby wouldn't be bad. You put pieces around, them two. That would be an okay duo. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Trae Young and Wemby together. Switching over to the MLB for a little bit. I think the Phillies did wrap up the series today with the Cardinals. So we won that series. Your White Sox, I mean, not your White Sox, your Astros, Donte. I mean, starting off a little slow. But you said this is the time when they usually are. I do see y'all called up a pitcher and one winner of the DL. Talk about your squad.
We're gonna be fine. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna be good. Trust me.
Young with Wemby is a lottery.
We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Our month is May. May is our month, in June. We'll be good.
The Orioles called up Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday actually had a good game, I think, from what he played today. Let me see. The Orioles, they're winning. I mean, they're down 1-0. Don't know what he did. Holiday, okay, he only had 1 at bat. He struck out so far. Coming up in the big league. So Jackson Holiday, the big name that got called up, number 1 overall pick. He's with the Oilers. White Sox, they got somebody injured, Mosada, for 3 to 6 months. Scherzer, he's ahead of schedule, so he could be back for the Rangers. The Yankees, they still is leading the division 10-2, but you think that's going to fall off, right?
I think they're gonna have a little bit of struggle.
We got Cleveland at 8-3, the Rangers in that division 6-5, Angels at 6-6. We got Atlanta 7-3. Phillies are at 500. He's 6-6, holding down that second place spot right now. And Florida is just horrible. Burn, I feel for you.
God dang, Florida. God damn,
they 1-11.
What? Y'all 1-11? Golly, the Florida Gators suck. Miami Marlins suck.
Yo, the Rockies are better than the Marlins.
God damn, bro. Marlins 1-0. What they
1-11.
1-11? Oh, man. Why it gotta happen to you like that, bro?
Damn, Donte, y'all in the doghouse?
And what? Yeah.
I didn't know y'all was in last place. Y'all let Oakland get in front of y'all.
We was like that last year, though. We were like that last year. We finished the month last year, 10-7. Year before, 12-12. We always like this at the beginning of the season. We always like this. We'll recover.
Not Oakland, no.
We'll catch up. We gonna catch.
Oh man, Miami, damn.
We lost 6 games. We lost 6 games. When we had the lead. That's how we lost 8 games. We had the lead in every single game except the first Rangers game. And we blew another lead last night. We blew another one last night.
But like you said, slow starts. But the Phillies, they start slow too. So I'm not really worrying about them just yet. Not in panic mode yet. But Coach know his squad, knowing him, they're gonna be somewhere in the playoffs again. That little short shit that y'all got at second base. Jose Altuve. Just don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. Switching over to the NCAA with basketball, recapping both natties. South Carolina for the women gets it done against Iowa and Caitlin Clark, 87-75. I'm not gonna hold Donte. You already know I'm an SC fan. I'm not even gonna hold you. That first 10-0 run, I was getting nervous. I was like, oh Lord. I was getting a little jittery. I'm like, oh no, we can't go down like this. But one thing about Dawn Staley, she will not call a timeout. Why? She believes in her team, and she knows what's going to happen. And all she got to do, everybody know your moms, when they give you that look when you doing something, you know to stop. And she gave each and every one of them that look, and they was like, oh, snap, we got to play better than this. And sure enough, they did. Iowa just could not keep up with South Carolina's depth and size. South Carolina had 51 rebounds to 29. And half of them were offensive rebounds. They were getting offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. And South Carolina they have a 9-girl rotation. 9 that they play. And they all can play. They all can ball. But Carmela Cardoso, leading scorer, 15 points, 17 rebounds. Chloe Kitts came off the bench, 11 points. Tashina Powell, 14 points. You had young Tessa Johnson coming off 19 points. Shout out to Raven Johnson, y'all. Raven Johnson only had 3 points, but she was the primary defender on Caitlin Clark. Even though Caitlin Clark knocked down 30, she had her struggling. All you gotta do is she made sure she forced Caitlin Clark to her left, because if she forced her right, she knows she's gonna get that shot off. Your thoughts about the championship game in South Carolina and Iowa?
I think it was a solid game. I thought the problem was just I thought really the problem was actually was they couldn't rebound the basketball. They gave up too many offensive rebounds. I thought that was actually the problem right there. But other than that, it was a solid game. It was a very good game. Camilo Cardoso was tough inside all game long. I thought Iowa did all they could. They did all they could. They couldn't shoot the ball early. I thought that was the key of the game. They couldn't shoot the ball, or they couldn't shoot the ball late in the game. I thought every time they tried to go to the paint, Cardoso was right there to contest each and every shot they throw up. So they got hot early. They couldn't rebound the basketball, which gave them second chance opportunities in the game. So just got to give credit to South Carolina and how well they play on the defensive side, forcing turnovers. And Raven Johnson had another bad game, but she contained Caitlin Clark much as she can. I mean, like when you playing against another star like Cardoso and Caitlin Clark, you're not going to shut them down. Both of them still had big games, but she made them work. She forced her into turnovers, and that's all you can ask for as a player. Again, they got, and plus for Wiley, came off the bench early, was very dynamic early in this game. If she can get a real good, consistent jump shot, shoot at 37, 36%, she'll be unstoppable. She'll be an unstoppable player.
She's too fast, man. Her first step is crazy.
Yeah, that first step is out of hand, and she gets a lot of blow-bys. So again, give credit to South Carolina, give credit to Coach Don Staley. She got them girls on the map, man. And Coach Don Staley is really good, man. She preaches discipline. She's gonna tell you how she feels. She's gonna definitely hold your players accountable. The one thing that got me during the season when they played against LSU, I say this all the time. And I say it about Joel Embiid. The coach's job is not to get him the ball. He's got to want it. And that's what Don Staley said to Cardoso when the announcement girl was telling her, like, why is Cardoso not getting the ball in the paint? Well, goddamn, she's got to want it. And I say that all the time. It's not the coach's fault. It's the superstar fault. You got to call for it. If you want the ball, you got to demand it. You got to say, give me the ball inside. Yeah. And you see how she came out in the second half. She wanted the ball. She called for it. She wanted it. And she made it pay. And I like it like that. That's how I love it. So give credit to Coach Don Staley. She's a real OG.
3 straight Naismith Coach of the Year awards. 109-3 is her record. Overall, she's 408, and I think she lost maybe 100 games. 408 games, and you lose only, I forget what, 4. She didn't lose that many, but still, for her to have her whole starting 5 went to the WNBA. Her whole starting 5 went to the WNBA. For her to have a new starting 5, Cardoso came back, but she wasn't a starter. She came off the bench because Aaliyah Boston was a starter. But Cardoso was new in the lineup. Then you had some of the freshmen that's in there. A whole different lineup. Nobody thought that they was going, and she ran the table. 38-0. There's only not too many teams that could do that. Where do you have her all time coaching wise on the list for women's basketball?
You gotta put Gino Auriemma up over because he had a lot of success in those UConn's days. Pat Summitt. Pat Summitt.
You still got Tara Vanderveer, who retired this season from Stanford, 38 years. I didn't know she was in the league that long. I mean, you still got Kim Mulkey if you go back to the Baylor days and stuff like that. I mean,
I think Don Staley has already surpassed Kim Mulkey though. I think Don Staley's
got to put her top 3.
Yeah. I think you got to at least put Don Staley top 3 at least. I think she already surpassed Kim Mulkey though.
Yeah, she. So it's gonna be. I think, the list goes for me is Gino, Pat, then you put Dawn there. But North Philly's own Dawn Staley is crazy. She never gets emotional, but she broke down at when they was interviewing her and she won. Not too many teams do this. She has boys playing them in practice. They play against the men in practice.
That's why they always going to be ready, and that's why they're going to always be physical and ready. Because when you play against the men, have them girls playing against men, that toughens them up. They bring the toughness up out of you. And when you're competing against that, hey, it's only making them better as a group. It's making them better too. So when their physicality and they're playing men, that's only making you tough and make you much harder to beat. So I like what Don Staley doing. I like what Don Staley did.
He said
put them against those men in practice.
She calls them the highlighters because they wear the bright neon green shirts in practice. She said if we win a ring, they get a ring. So she's gonna get those guys rings too. Only person that's going to be a senior next year, I think, is Fagan. But a lot of them players are coming back. A lot of her players don't jump in the transfer portal. That's one thing about South Carolina.
You're such a great coach. You think they'll goddamn jump in a damn transfer portal? You're gonna stay. Because you're gonna go. You're gonna go deep in the tournament every year. You're gonna be good. You got a coach that's gonna hold players accountable. You got a good coach that's gonna go out there and recruit and bring in more talent. No, you ain't going no transfer portal. No.
They got I think they signed. Oh well, she committed to South Carolina, hometown kid. I think she's number 2 in the country. I forget. I think her name is Joy something. I forget her last name, but don't know how to recruit. For Wiley's going to be back. Tessa Johnson's going to be back. Powell's coming back. She's using her COVID eligibility, so she'll be there again. The 3-point shooting stepped up for South Carolina, something they didn't have last year that they had this year. And Raven Johnson got the last laugh. She finished her revenge tour because I was the main one yelling at the TV last year like, Raven, shoot the ball, like you wide open, take that 3. And Caitlin Clark flagging you, talking about, so I'm not going to defend that. I'm shooting that 3 each and every time to prove a point. Oh, you're not going to guard me? I'm going to keep knocking these down until you guard me. I think she knocked down 3 of them, but put some respect on Raven Johnson's name, y'all, for her. She held down Caitlin Clark, even though she did drop 30, but she disrupted her. She was 5 from 13 from 3. But Caitlin Clark's going to go move on to the WNBA. We all know she's going to get drafted number 1 overall. And if y'all want to catch the WNBA draft, make sure y'all here. Come back next Monday because me and Coach will be covering the draft. We had a great turnout last season.
Yep.
Surprisingly, I wasn't expecting the views that we had for the WNBA draft, but it was electric. So we're going to bring the knowledge and the energy for y'all again. Women's basketball is starting to turn some heads. It's starting to trend when you got men talking about, well, I barely watched the men's tournament. I don't know who played, but I can tell you more names of the girls than the boys. That has to tell y'all something. I know it's not flashy with the dunks, but if y'all want good competitive basketball, fundamentally sound, you'll need to watch a girls' game.
After all said and done with Coach Don Staley, if I know no time soon she's not gonna leave South Carolina, I would really like to see her coach the WNBA. Just like Becky Hammond moved to the WNBA and now all of a sudden she got success with it. I would really love to see Becky Hammond. I would really love to see Don Staley coach the WNBA. I really think she's gonna be.
They was even saying, could she even be take a team maybe in NBA? This I know they had the lady from the G League try out for the Charlotte head coach position.
No, but I don't think she's gonna get the job.
Yeah, she's not gonna get. I'm just saying.
No, but that's good.
If it's a shot, do you think Dawn could coach an NBA team?
Do I think Dawn could coach an NBA team? I believe Becky Hammond could have done it.
I thought that she was going to take over for Pop.
Yeah, I thought she could have done it. Hell yeah, I think Dawn Staley can coach anything. As far as basketball, I think she can coach anything. But I think she'll relate more to the girls side of things. I think she'll relate more to the women's, but I think she can coach anything. Dawn Staley is a tough coach. She don't play no game. That's the type of coach I would love for the Dallas Wings to have. I like Trisha Tramble though, but if I was for the trade, Latricia Tramble, LT for Dawn Staley, hell yeah, I'll take Dawn Staley.
Can you imagine what she would do with Rike?
She's not gonna play with Rike. She gonna make her a stud though. And then players are gonna want to come over there. That's gonna attract players.
But we'll see what Dawn Staley want to do with her next. I'm sure if that opportunity came to where she wanted to coach in the WNBA, I'm sure she wouldn't turn that down.
Yep.
That would be amazing. Just wish that we had a Philly team. Imagine if we had a Philly team and she coached that. She'll play right in her hometown. Yo, that would be freaking ridiculous. Going on the boys' side, we had Purdue going up against UConn. UConn went back to back, as Drake would say. They won this game. Didn't really. I was at WrestleMania, so I didn't see none of this game. So, the boys, UConn beats Purdue by 15, 75-60. The hot player on the UConn side of the ball was Tristan Newton with 20 points. Even though Zach Edey did have 37, they just couldn't get it done. Is it possible Connecticut can three-peat?
I think it's more than possible, Connecticut. I think it's rumored that the coach is supposed to be going somewhere else. Really,
I heard that. So Dan Hurley is UConn's coach. We all know John Calipari left Kentucky and went to Arkansas. for 5 years. So now Kentucky's open. But I heard that Kentucky only offered him $11 million for like 5 to 7 years. You got, if I'm just coming off a championship and you offering me that, I'm not going to Kentucky.
No, you're not playing about me. I just won 2 straight national championships.
And you gonna offer me them pennies? Nope. I'm gonna stay right in UConn.
But you can hire somebody. You can hire somebody else. You can go hire
$11 million for over 5. Y'all can kick rocks with that. $11 million. I know Kentucky got some money y'all can dish out. You can 2 back-to-back chips, and you gonna hand me them pennies?
You can kiss my grits.
with no seasoning, no butter, no cheese, no nothing.
No salt, no grits. Plain grits.
That's ridiculous. That's horrible if that's true. But man, $11 million for 2 back-to-back.
I just won 2 championships, national championships.
You gonna offer me some pennies? I can't even get no candy with that. You gonna give me some pennies? Get out of here, $11 million. But talk about this game. What was Purdue's issue? Purdue's been dominant the whole run. What did UConn do that most teams couldn't do with Purdue?
Well, the guard play is better than Purdue guard play. Tristan Newton is one of the best guards in the country. They also got Karadov that can shoot the basketball as well. And you also got Klingy, the big 7-foot center that gave that pretty much worked Zach, even though Zach Edey, had a great game pretty much. He in key situations, he got to stop when needed to. And I think the coaching, they got out coached. I think that's what it came down to it. And I just think, UConn was like the better team, far better team than Purdue, and it showed out there.
Zach Edey, y'all know Zach Edey, dominant 7'3", 7'4" guy. Do you think he transitioned to the NBA, knowing that the NBA don't have a real true big center? Like they don't play traditional centers no more. I don't want to compare him to French Fry, but he's giving me French fry vibes. Do you think he goes to the NBA or does he try to go overseas?
I think he goes to the NBA. I think he's going to be probably a late first round for Zach Edey.
So you think who can you see who would pick him up? If you said later rounds, that might be like what the team that was actually good in the playoffs.
Actually in the playoffs, you can bank on a team. I can't say what team, but I believe a team that's actually going to be good in the playoffs. That's going to be good, or you can say like a backup center of the Brooklyn Nets or something like that can definitely use Zach Edey's services.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, again, he's your true big. He'll play in the paint, block shots. I just think he needs another. I don't know. He's one dimensional for me. You take him away from the paint. You take him away from the hoop. He don't do you no good. So, I mean, if he maybe elevate his game a little bit more, we'll see. But he's just a one-trick pony, in my opinion. Yep. Like I said, I don't want to compare him to French Fry, but he's giving me the French Fry vibes.
Yep.
So, Diana Taurasi, don't know if you've seen her comments about Caitlin Clark, saying that you can't do all that stuff when you go in the NBA. You're gonna be playing these grown ass women. In her words, and everybody had an issue with, she was hating, she jealous. But in actuality, she right. Caitlin Clark is not going to be able to be shooting from the logo and doing all this other stuff when she get to Indiana. So she's going to be playing against these grown women in the WNBA. She's not wrong. Your thoughts on Taurasi's comments about Caitlin Clark?
I don't mind her saying that, but let's be honest. Caitlin Clark is that guy. I mean, she's that goddamn good. She's going to be doing all that. She's going to make it. But it's nothing wrong with Diana Taurasi saying it. But if you have to be all honesty, Caitlin Clark is that good. She's going to find a way she can create her own shot. She's a very good playmaker. She can go to the rim. She can make it easier for everybody else. So, again, I think she's going to be doing the same thing she did in college. She's going to at least average about 17 per game, at least 17.
Now, Indiana last year, the year before that, they was 5-31, which was terrible. Got their coach fired. This year, well, last year, they were I'm about to go back and check because I want to. We was like they should win at least 10 games. Last year, they did beat their previous record. They won 13. Now, 36 of the 40 games that Indiana will play will be on national broadcast TV because of Caitlin Clark. How many games do you think Indiana will win? And do you think it's possible they could be in the top 8 to get into the playoffs?
It's possible this year they could be in the top 8. Ain't no way in the world with that talent. Kelsey Mitchell over there. Ain't no way in the world with Aaliyah Boston over there. You also got I keep forgetting this girl, Alyssa Thomas. Is that Alyssa Smith? Ain't no way in the world you should not be able to at least make the final 8. And plus you're getting Caitlin Clark over there. So I'm expecting. So they got 10. They got 13 last year, right? You said they got 13 wins.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting at least a 4-game improvement. I would say 17 will be enough to get them in the top 8. Because I believe we won the Wings. We won by like 17, right?
Yeah.
I believe, we won 17, so that should be good enough to get you. That's in the West, though. That should be enough in the Eastern Conference to get you in the top 8.
CC and Aaliyah Boston going to be nasty. That's going to be a good duo. Cool said it's dream time with Ryan Howard. Definitely going to be some good. The draft is going to be great. Again, make sure y'all tune in next week. We will be tuning in for that. We'll be covering the draft. So if y'all want to come on in, hang out. If you're not really into college women's basketball or women's period, basketball, but you want to get in, you want to get into it, make sure y'all come on over. Cause trust me, we'll drop off some gems and some knowledge for you, get you educated a little bit. But that's really it. That's all we got for y'all tonight. Again, once basketball and football really starts, we'll be back in depth really in it. But these slow and off-season months don't be nothing to talk about. But college basketball is over. The draft is coming in for NBA. For WNBA and NFL. So make sure y'all tune on in. Coach, anything you got to say before we get on out of here?
Thank y'all for showing up, man. Thank y'all for coming, supporting me and Key. Shout out to y'all, man. We're going to keep putting the work in for you guys. And WNBA is almost here, man. Like I say, I encourage y'all to support the WNBA, man. Those girls play just as hard as the men play, man. They're really good. It's some good talent over there, man. Just appreciate for all the love and the support.
And we're going to wrap up here. Appreciate everybody again who was in the chat with us, because without y'all, we wouldn't be, the show. Because I love interacting with you guys down at Burn. Cool. Vic came in. Sajin is here as always. We had Cool Kevin here. Mo, appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all. Again, make sure y'all come on back. Hold on, what am I doing? Saturday. Me and my girl Jury, we'll be here with Hoop Dreams and TD Queens. We're going to go over the last division in the West, which will be the West, NFC and AFC West, and some more college stuff. By then, the season will be over, because next Tuesday the plan starts. So we'll wrap up all that. So make sure y'all come on back and tune in. Again, we're on the Sports Wave Network as well. So subscribe to the channel over there if you have not yet done so. But until then, y'all, remember, look out for 100 episode again. Jersey giveaway, and we're giving out 7,200 second t-shirt. Again, look out for the post when the 100th episode come, because all you have to do to get into the drawing is put 100 in the comment that you see it in. It could either be my side, Coach Donte's side. He'll let me know who's in it, so we can put it on the wheel, and I'll show y'all, because I don't cheat. I'll make sure y'all see who wins this, so I do fair. So jersey, shirt, that's what we're giving out the 100th episode. We'll have people come on up, hang out, and have some fun with us. 100th episode. So we're at 83 right now. We still got some time left to go. So until then, y'all, we gonna get on out of here. Love, peace, and hair grease. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And if you're gonna do something, just make sure you do it safe. If you're gonna do something dumb, just do it safe. Like if you're going to drink yourself to death, do it in the house. Don't go out driving. That's what I mean by doing it safe and don't be dumb. But we're gonna get out of here. See y'all. Peace.